Hi, Kari. How are you?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I've just realised I'm doing a Marvel junket and I've got a Batman
I
symbol on my
know. Yes,
wall. So
exactly. I was just
that's
looking at it like, oh,
a surprise. I didn't just go, "Oh, okay, Scott, you can't do it." Congrats on the show. I've only seen episode one for obvious reasons, spoilers, everything else. But I just wanted to begin with it. It really did surprise me. I don't mean that in a negative way, in a good way. In that it's much more kind of reflective, at least in the first episode, and grounded and slightly methodical and thoughtful than I was expecting. I think from the trailers you expect it to be Falcon and Winter Soldier doing lots of stuff, but there's a lot of scars still. So what were your directives when you went into the show about what Kevin was trying to do and what he kind of in tasks you to do?
well, I think the wonderful thing about doing a 6-hour movie, which is how we approached it, like a 6-hour movie, was that we had so much more time, the benefit of time to be able to spend with these characters. So I think the from the get go, our notion was, let's get to know them, let's get behind the scenes, let's find out what makes them tick, because so often in the MCU universe they're in react mode because there's a threat, and so we don't have the time to get to know them pre-threat or even post-threat. We're just in the moment. So the fact that we could spend that time to set it up and set the table for who they, because this is a very, the other thing is it's post-blip. So the world has changed. And we were able to tell that story from a more grounded place. If Avengers was the huge otherworldly kind of spectacle, this is kind of the opposite. We're now very grounded with grounded characters. We're in a grounded world. And so it just wanted to, from the get-go, have a completely different gear switch.
Yeah, and I think obviously a lot of fans will be anticipating. They have the premature that the Avengers, it's been a big stuff, but then people forget about the blip. And actually, even though they defeated Thanos, it's a big deal. It's like a very world changing thing. So I just wonder for you, what were you did you have many influences going into this in terms of the look and the feel? Did you pick from various different places, or was there something specific that you
Yeah.
wanted to try and get in there?
Well, I think I look at when I work on any project and I'm building it from the ground up, I look at a lot of different reference material, whether it's still photographs, movies. Obviously, this has the tone of a buddy cop film, so we did a lot of the classics, the Lethal Weapons, the 48 Hours, that kind of vibe. We also looked a lot. Just funny enough, Sebastian and Anthony are such good friends, and they do interviews. Over the years, they've done a number of interviews, and so we looked a lot at their interviews because they were so fun, and just to see their dynamic and their history together. So we were able to write into that, because as characters, they're actually not that. They're not friends. They share a common loss through a friend that they both love, but they themselves have to find a way to become, they're both kind of lonely in their core, at their core. And so it's a little bit of the exploration of that too. So it was really, I think, it really important for us to understand who they were as people, and sort of, lean into that history that they have. So yeah, it was, and I take my cinema, from as crazy places as David Lean to, Lena Workmuller, so I'm a very eclectic mix of influences, but I try to just, then once I've got that all in the pot and it's stirred, then hopefully it comes out something original.
Yeah, I think we were missing a bit of David Lean in the MCU. So thank you so much for your time. Wish we had more, but congratulations on the show, and I hope it goes well for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!